Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum dear viewers. I am Dr. Muhammad Usman, and in this video we will discuss about the physiology of taste. So this is the outline of our today's discussion. Taste is a very important sensation. First of all, it helps us to differentiate between harmful and harmless foods, because most of the harmful foods like poisons, they are bitter in taste, and so they are rejected by the person or by the animal. Now taste also serves to fulfill body's needs of specific foods, and perhaps you have heard about salt appetite mechanism, and whenever a person is deficient in salt, he has craving for saltish things. Then the taste also initiates digestive secretions and processes ahead of the food. Can you please tell me the difference between taste and flavor? Actually 90% of what is perceived as taste is actually smell. So flavor is basically combination of taste, smell, texture and other physical factors like temperature. For example, hold your nose, close your eyes and try to tell the difference between coffee and tea, grated apple and grated onion. Try it. Of course, this is because what we often call taste is in fact flavor. Now let us see what are the primary taste sensations. A person can perceive hundreds of different tastes. They are all thought to be combination of 5 or 6 primary taste sensations. Number 1 primary taste sensation is sour taste. Now sour taste is caused by acids and by H-ions, and intensity of taste is directly proportional to log of H-ions. Then is the salty taste. As you know, it is caused by ionized salts, and usually the cations of the salts, especially sodium, they are mainly responsible for the salty taste, but the anions also contribute to a lesser extent. Then is the sweet taste. Sweet taste is mostly caused by organic chemicals such as sugars, glycols, alcohols, aldehydes, ketones, amides, esters, some amino acids and even some small proteins. Then sulfonic acid and halogenated acids and some inorganic salts of lead and beryllium, they also have a sweet taste. Then is the bitter taste. Bitter taste is also primary taste sensation, and it is mostly caused by organic chemicals, for example long chain organic substances which contain nitrogen and by alkalides. Then is the umami taste. Umami is a Japanese word which means delicious, and it is a pleasant taste and it is caused by L-glutamate, for example the taste of meat extracts and taste of aging cheese. Now the 6th primary taste sensation is fatty taste, and the scientists have identified a potential sensor in the mouth for long chain fatty acids. Now basically taste is a function of taste buds. Okay. So there are about 3000 to 10,000 taste buds on our tongue, and they are also present on the palate, tonsillar pillars and even on the epiglottis. Each taste bud is composed of about 50 to 100 modified epithelial cells, that is sustentacular or sporting cells and the major taste cells, as you can see in this figure. Now the outer tips of the taste cells, they are arranged around a minute taste pore, as you can see in this figure. Then microvilli, these microvilli, they protrude outward from the tip of taste cells into this taste pore to approach the cavity of the mouth. Now these microvilli, they provide the actual receptor surface for the taste. Then from the base and from the bodies of the taste cells, taste nerve fibers project and they pass to the brain. Now let's discuss what is the mechanism of stimulation of taste receptors. Now first of all, the tastent, that is the substance which causes taste. The tastent, it binds to the receptors, okay, it binds to the receptors which are present on the villi of taste cells. Now here one thing is important, that sodium and hydrogen ions, okay, sodium ions and hydrogen ions which elicit salty and sour taste sensations respectively, these bind to inotropic receptors and open ion channels in the taste cells. As you can see here, they are opening voltage gated sodium channels, while the substances which cause sweet, bitter and umami taste, these bind to metabotropic receptors, okay, metabotropic G protein coupled receptors, and hence these act through second messenger mechanisms, causing intracellular chemical changes, and in this way they initiate impulses. Then afterwards the tastent is gradually washed away from these villi by saliva, and this removes the stimulus. Now let us discuss what is the taste pathway. So here you are seeing the taste pathway. Basically the first order nerve fibers, okay, these are the first order nerve fibers, they arise from the taste receptors and they pass to this nucleus of the tractus solitarius which is present in the brainstem. Now here one thing is important, that from the anterior 2/3 of the tongue, okay, these first order nerve fibers, they pass along the lingual nerve and then through the cauda tympani branch of the facial nerve. And from the back of the tongue and from the other posterior regions of the mouth and throat, the taste fibers, they pass along the ninth nerve, okay, ninth nerve which is glossopharyngeal nerve. And then finally from the base of the tongue and from other parts of the pharyngeal region, the taste fibers, they pass by means of this vagus nerve. So the first order nerve fibers in nutshell, they go to the nucleus of tractus solitarius. From the nucleus of tractus solitarius, the second order nerve fibers arise and they go to this thalamus. They especially reach to the ventral posteromedial nucleus VPM of the thalamus. From here the third order nerve fibers arise and they go to the taste area in the cortex. Now taste area comprises of lower tip of the post central gyrus in the parietal cortex plus sylvian fissure and plus adjacent uppercular insular area, okay, adjacent uppercular insular area. So this is the taste area. Then let us talk about some taste disorders. Now taste blindness can be checked by different type of thiourea compounds, especially by phenyl thiocarbamide or PTC. 15 to 30% of the population cannot taste phenyl thiocarbamide or PTC, that is they are taste blind. Then the first disorder is ageusia, and ageusia means absence of taste sensation. Now the causes of ageusia are lesions of the mandibular division of trigeminal nerve, or and maybe then lesions of the facial nerve, then lesions of the glossopharyngeal or ninth nerve, and certain drugs like captopril and penicillamine. Then the next disorder is hypogeusia, and hypogeusia refers to a decreased taste sensitivity. In this, the taste sensations are not completely lost, but there occurs an increase in the threshold for different taste sensations. The third disorder is dysgeusia, and this refers to a disturbed taste sensation. It is a feature of temporal lobe syndrome. Then selective taste blindness, and it is an inherited autosomal recessive trait characterized by markedly elevated threshold for phenyl thiocarbamide. Such individuals are called non-tasters for PTC or phenyl thiocarbamide. Thanks for watching today's video. Please subscribe to this channel. Stay blessed and Allah Hafiz.